All right, guys, what's up? We're relaunched with our new setup with our podcast. I figured a cool way to do. I wanted to do the Fury Wilder fight, so we're going to start doing some different stuff. We're going to kick off with baseball, pretty much. Let me pull up chat and stuff, kind of going through the new format and stuff. I'm going to show off some of the new products, just different stuff. Like I said, sports as a whole is hot right now. I mean, Zion, basketball. Good luck trying to find some of the products right now. It's ridiculous with Optic and Prism and stuff like that. So we'll kind of go over kind of the state of the hobby right now. I just came from Topps conference, so bringing some, a little bit of information for you guys. I'll go over a little bit of baseball stuff. I just went to a couple of games. Got to see Betts and Bellinger. Like I said, we're doing our charity stuff, so trying to get some of the fight stuff going, as I said. So we'll have some giveaways. This is the first episode. I'm going to try to do this on Wednesdays, so maybe around the same time about. It's really good for the East Coast guys. Hyped products, too. I'm going to show off a little bit of, like, series that just came out that we broke last night. We're doing Stadium Club tonight. I got Bowman Chrome. We're kind of doing some of the older stuff right now for baseball, for all you baseball guys. We're doing all sports, though, coming up. I'll have Optic and a couple of cool mixers coming up. So, but I think this is really cool. You get to see pretty much everything. I'm going to try to toy around with my setup a little bit. So bear with me if it gets a little messed up. But kick it off, like I said, with wrestling theme. Like I said, big time. WWE's kind of slowing down a little bit, and AEW is picking up right now. I'm actually going to be live at the MGM Grand Arena. I'm going to the sold out AEW Double or Nothing, which is the hottest brand right now in wrestling. Like I said, UFC's hot right now. I watched the McGregor fight big time. Like I said, Fury Wilder, the biggest door. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll figure out, like I said, the breaks tonight. But like I said, just trying to do different stuff, trying to get you guys a little bit information on spring training here. Some guys that I like. We're going to post up on NBCC, our trade group. We do all breaks on our Facebook groups right now. So if you guys want a link, like I said, check it out in our. It's actually in our channel. You guys can join our group. So it's a good way. Check us out on Instagram and all that. So, but we're gonna kick it off with baseball. Pretty much, baseball is hot right now. Like I said, just started. We're about the first week into. See if I can chat real quick. See if I can see if you guys are saying anything. I'm gonna share this. Just testing it out. Looks pretty good. Like I said, we're going to try to get some more followers. I'll have you guys do some competitions where you guys will have the most shares or something like that. If you guys have Twitter and stuff for our actual things. So let me try to share this real quick so we get a little bit more views. Let me try to. YouTube's really easy though. I want to do some breaks on here and stuff as we have our groups already going pretty well. So, but I think this is a really cool thing to do as we're doing so. Have you guys join me, like I said. Post it to my groups real quick, and then we'll start talking about baseball a little bit. Baseball is here, like I said, so let me see my chat real quick, see if I can pull it up. Facebook last night was ridiculous in my chat, so I don't have any chat for some reason, so let me try to find. I like to have it interactive. I usually have a timer questions, or I have a question and have you guys kind of give your best. What do you guys think? Because I don't know who's going to be the best baseball player this year. Basketball. Said Zion with Ja are hot right now, but let's see. Let's see if there's a lot of. Before I was able to see my chat pretty easily, but I can't really see it right now, so I'm trying to pull it up on my dual. Let's see real quick. The stream health, stream settings. Let me just kind of get this out real quick. I made this for kids too, so there won't be any, bombs. So try to make it more family oriented. So let's see. If for whatever reason I can't get our chat, we don't have chat for whatever reason. So let's see, is there a way? Comment? Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a way to comment or not. Used to be able to comment, so. Try to see if there's a thing that I'm missing. Delay closed captions. No, I'm trying to see if there's any options I need to add for you guys to. You should be able to comment though. But anyways, like I said, we'll get going. I'm trying to, because I can't. Before it came up with all the names and stuff, but it's actually not coming up for whatever reason. We'll share it to another one. But yeah, baseball, like I said, we're going to start it off. Heritage just dropped. Heritage is the hottest thing right now. Kind of show it off. Heritage, Topps Heritage. Like I said, so just came out. Pretty cool. Like I said, you get the blacks. Want to show it off a little bit. We had a Mr. Acuna. Nice action shot. So I kind of like the big screen right here. I actually like the setup. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it looks on the playback. So, but the action shot, like I said, I emailed Tops already. I had to send the box in for whatever reason. So, oh, okay. Jason actually just helped me. So let me turn off the kids content. So that's why. Let me do this. Maybe I'll have to relaunch it. Maybe I'll relaunch. No, it's not made for kids. All right, let's save it. So maybe I'll do it now. There we go. There's chat. Okay. We can actually do it on the fly. So learning stuff new coming over to YouTube. So bear with me, guys. So there you go. Jason just helped me. Thank you, Jason. Like I said, this is family friendly. So, I mean, don't hesitate. There might be a slip up here and there. Excuse my French once in a while, but we try to keep it pretty clean. So there you go. There's chat. So, all right. That is a good idea because, yeah, kids talking to each other necessarily is not necessarily a good thing. So, all right. So we're back. We're good. So, like I said, just showing off Tops. Like I said, Heritage, you get one game used or autograph per. We actually got an error if you guys see the Rookie Cup. Check them. You know, Robles had a. I like just the blacks. The blacks look really, really nice. So I can talk to you guys now. So, like I said, if you guys say hi, what's up? Like I said, and the rookies, they're not standalone rookies, if you guys know. It goes on the old set, so it'll be the two. There's chromes of these, though, and all that. So, hottest product right now, I mean, that and Series 1 is really hot. So, looks like we're good. Just making sure my thing is kind of spinning right now. So, but who I like right now? Who do you guys like? I gonna predict right now. I mean, pretty much not much out. We got Heritage showing that off a little bit. The chases right now are Horner. You're looking for Lux, Bo, Jordan, all good guys right now. Tops did say Luis Robert will probably be in Series 2 more than likely. So let me see if I can update this if the chat comes up. So now we're not kids anymore. So I can actually see. I see your chat on the thing. It doesn't come up on there yet, but yeah, like I said, pretty cool. We pulled a Lux. We did a divisional last night. We're gonna do some more series. We pulled a nice short prints. The short prints are really cool. If you guys see right there, nice Tatis Rookie Cup short prints. Just a really nice product. Even this is why my pick for Rookie of the Year, not Rookie of the Year, MVP. Matt Chapman, I think, is going to be MVP this year. I'm predicting Matt Chapman for MVP for the AL. NL, I'm picking Mookie Betts. I got to see him, you know, opening week of spring training. Him and Bellinger look extremely good already. They already look pretty chemistry wise. So Dodgers, like I said, fans be excited. Check it out here at Camelback Ranch. It's about half full. The tickets are pretty cheap, so you got to see Betts. Pretty much the whole lineup. Lux is a really big guy right now. His stuff is selling for really well. He was ASU commit with Bo, but they didn't decide to come to ASU. They decided to go to the majors. Guys, if you guys collected 2016 draft at all, that's pretty much what's coming up right now. So actually wear my Bully Suck shirt. We'll just start doing some cool fight stuff, like I said, stuff with the players and all that. So really cool stuff pushing. Like I said, I wearing my gear right now to get just the brands out. You know, we have a ton of members already. We got about 7,000 members on all of our stuff already without any advertising really. So spread word, guys. Like I said, the more you guys invite people, the more you send. If I see it, man, like whoever's inviting people to our groups, giveaways, like I said, you guys will help me, you know, all that. So I'll help you. But like I said, it's really nice just to show off the product right now. It's kind of preview spring training baseball. I mean, it's really cool. Game used Judge out of 50. I mean, that's a big card right there. $20, $30 card for a Yankee fan. Just kind of show off some of the new products because we haven't really covered too much over the last couple weeks. They're pretty much really, I mean, this is a big card right here. This is what we pulled last night for someone. A foil Lux. I mean, look how cool that is. Really cool. So between that Heritage, you got the Punisher too as a rookie right now for the Reds. A big guy if you guys are looking for any of the rookies this year. These are the guys to look for. I mean, the Punisher is 6'4". 6'4". You guys see that picture I posted with Chris Bryant? Man, I mean, he's like 6'5", pushing 6'6". Even Bobby Bradley, he had the most home runs. So like I said, check out the products. I want to do a quick little show off the product. Really not much coming out for baseball right now. Every single week is going to stack now. We have Dunris coming out and stuff like that. So yeah, I can make it a little bigger. I'll spin it over. Yeah, I like I said, it's I like the DJ part of it. Let me try to make it a little bit smaller. Whoa. Oops, wrong one. Try to play with this a little bit. Be on air for a little bit. I think I just want to do a clean run. I might have to play with my break stuff later. Let's see. Let's try to make this a little smaller. Try to make this a little bigger. Yeah, YouTube looks really nice, so you can actually put this on your TV, which is nice. So, boom. Let's kind of do this. How's that? We'll do about 50-50. We'll pull it over a little bit more. I'll have to adjust it for the breaks tonight and everything, but this is on the big one. There you go. There's a little bit of editing. How's that? You get to see me a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's close this real quick. All right. A little bit of editing. All right. So, like I said, the big one right now. Sorry, this thing's bothering me. The Gavin Lux, like I said, big time stuff. We got a draft party right now. It's just like the NBA lottery, $69, 2 shots, two cases. So you'll get a lottery pick, whatever, 1 through 30. Then you get to pick your team. If you get number 1, you get to pick the Astros or whoever you want. We've been doing some damage over here. You guys see the stacks of stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, the cases are here for series. Kind of tie that in a little bit. Like I said, my picks right now for rookies and MVPs, we're going to do it right now. I'm going to post it up on NBCC. So, but right now, my picks right now for AL, like I said, I already covered it. Betts and Chapman are my 2 picks for AL and NL MVP. Like I said, it's a cool way, kind of show it off again, so you guys can see. Here's Heritage. Like I said, if you guys looking for the big rooks, Nico Horner. Like I said, all of that. So we'll cover a little bit of Zion and some of the cool stuff coming on. I wanted to do basketball and boxing last week because you guys know the Wilder Fury fight. I want to do a quick little podcast with it, get you guys kind of in with the Bully Sucks / just I love boxing, I love MMA, I love wrestling, so trying to get that in with baseball. But yeah, like I said, we'll have more structure. I'm more so doing bullet points right now. Actually, I have a bullet point. I love bullet points. When I've always done speaking that way, just off the cuff, unscripted, So my bullet points right now, I have spring training and Heritage in the full. Like I said, rookies. We already predicted I'll have a divisional. Actually, tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll post a fantasy baseball for anyone looking for fantasy baseball. $25. We're going to mark it down from 30 to 25. So that will be up. The link for that, first come, first serve. I think I already got like 4 or 5 people. I think I'm going to do 12 to 14 teams. But rookies, like I said, for Topps Heritage and all that, like I said, already said, no Horner. You're looking for the action shots. As I said, we'll show it off again just because the picture. So you're looking for game used, the real ones. Like I said, we have another 6-box going up on NBCC. I'll post that up tonight or tomorrow. We're getting our case on Monday. I got delayed a little bit. I was going to pick it up today, but I got an email saying, that their office was closed, so could not get it today, unfortunately. So, but I'll get it Monday. Not a big deal since we're not full on the other one, and I'm going to post up the other half. So, kind of where we're at that. But you guys want to know who you're going to chase? Horners and the Punisher and all that. So, really, really hot guys right now. Lux is selling extremely well. So, Zion and Ja, like I said, we'll get into basketball after this. But predictions for rookies. If you guys been watching some spring training, Mickey Moniak, Dylan Carlson, 2016 draft. These guys are all in it big time. They're hitting the ball really well. Dylan Carlson actually might be a sneaky favorite right now that no one really saw coming this quickly. I mean, we knew he was really good. He's a top 30 prospect coming into it. He has really nothing else to prove in AAA, so he's starting right now, hitting really well. He got a 1.1 OPS starting out the first week. So I see him making a real run. I mean, there wasn't any really. We talked about Alonso last year, if you guys remember. So I picked Alonso last year. I don't get them all right, but I actually did get Alonso right. I picked Vlad, so I was 1 for 2 last year on my predictions. So, but like I said, Dylan Carlson is actually becoming my real favorite for Rookie of the Year for NL right now. We'll stick with the NL right now. Like I said, I got my bullet points right now. But guys, like I said, we're looking NL. You're looking at Bomb. Bomb is extremely well right now. Mickey Moniak, another one, doing really well right now. Now that the league is kind of looking at OPS instead of average, so that comes into baseball cards. It comes into value, getting in-persons and stuff like that. It comes on their value with their contract. I mean, even if you don't do baseball cards or collectibles. Stuff like that. I mean, I still love Mackenzie Gore. I think he could be the front runner and a shoe-in for Rookie of the Year if he gets enough starts. Pitchers are kind of hard to predict. I got Jarrell Cotton and a couple of guys that I loved before Martes, and you guys know the story about those guys. So it's really tough to predict pitchers more so. So right now, my front runners for the NL would probably be Mr. Carlson, Moniak, even Baum, and Mr. Gore would be the real big favorites right now. Even Horner too. Horner is a rookie. I'm thinking of, you got to think of the, what do you call it too, the uh, who's eligible for at bats. Bo Bichette is not eligible anymore. I don't believe the Punisher is either because he came up pretty late. So that's one thing we got to take into consideration. A lot of these guys aren't eligible to be rookie anymore. Key Boom is still eligible. He's going to be having a shot now with Rendon, now with the Angels. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, Lux has a really good chance as well. It just depends. There's a lot of guys. Yeah, like I said, I thought this was a good time to do a podcast. It kind of gets people back into just what we're doing to it, products, where we're at. If you guys have any questions, I like showing off the product. As I said, I opened up a box already of Heritage for people, getting sorting and shipping done this week. Like I said, the short prints and all that's pretty cool. Like I said, and then the rookies. But yeah, like I said, Heritage. But AL, who we got in AL? Bo Bichette is, like I said, a rookie this year. He's going to be big, but his what do you call it? His rookie at bats are over the allotted amount, so he is no longer a rookie candidate. So rookie of the year at least. Same with Alvarez, I think, obviously because he won rookie of the year last year. This year, like I said, we got Madrigal. I'm trying to think of the dark horses right away. Mountcastle, the biggest one, I think. Hayes and Mountcastle, and Adley coming up. The Orioles have a really good 2, 3, 4 coming up. Mountcastle has hit multiple home runs. He hit 3 home runs a couple times. I've been collecting him since 2015, 16 a little bit. So Mountcastle, like I said, rookies, like I said, for AL. I mean, there really isn't anyone. I'm trying to think right away. Robert, but I mean, he isn't up right now. I'm just trying to think of someone that's ready to spring training. Boom, that's already kind of. Robert's, like I said, the biggest one right now. He was actually my first pick for prediction for AL Rookie of the Year. But right now, I would go for Robert or Mountcastle. Even Madrigal could really get a really good shot. So really all safe bets. Robert completely flew up the ranks. Probably the most. Him and Jordan probably had the biggest years for all that. So, but yeah, it's really surprising to see some of these guys. I mean, there's some really good guys. AJ Puck, like I said, another 2016 draftee from Florida University. So big time names. Luzardo. So pitching, we'll see. I mean, AJ Puck had, I don't know, even Garcia is a big one for the Yankees. I'm actually going to do a Bowman Chrome divisional since we've been flying with divisionals because Devy's in here, I believe, right? Devy, Beer, Alonzo, Tatis, all the throwbacks. So we're going to do a Bowman Chrome divisional sometime this weekend. Since Garcia, he actually got a spot today. See it up. Are they playing right now? I didn't get the pop-ups yet. So let's see. Hold on real quick. But yeah, check out all my stuff Instagram. We do mainly all of our stuff on Facebook groups, NBCC and Desert Sports Cards. Just search Desert Sports Cards, join our group, say hi. If you look up National Baseball Card Community, check it out. We'll have some giveaways. I already have some giveaways up right now. If you get any break, aside from the Heritage break right now or any of the new ones, you get entered into win the Joe Adele. So any of the old breaks, you get to enter into win that. Plus, we got our big party, so we'll cover some more stuff, do a quick little highlight. So, but yeah, it's all giveaways. If you guys check it out, there's only 9 spots left, so we should break that. Talking about, I'm giving away Dylan Carlson in the giveaway. Look at that, and a Robert autograph. Robles, there's an autograph of the Robert show off. Like I said, we're kind of put it all together. You guys get the cards of these guys I'm telling you about. This is a $60 card, $70 card right now. So, like I said, and Brandon McKay. Is Brandon? I don't think he's eligible anymore, is he? Did he pitch? He's a pitcher and hitter, so that is an eligible giveaway. And then Lux, like I said, to kind of tie it together. Baseball cards, like I said, the giveaway, $69. We have 9 spots left for this weekend for that party. So check it out. 2 cases. It's 1 hobby and 1 jumbo. So of Series 1, one of the hottest product in baseball right now. So I really recommend getting into that if you guys are looking for baseball cards. Like I said, just kind of talking shop. We just saw the team. I got to see Lux. I posted up from me to I don't know, probably a wall, a couple walls back there, like a wall back there to me where Lux was standing. So it's really cool. So, um, but yeah, it's really really cool. Checking my stuff real quick. I believe we'll do Stadium Club. I'll try to do Stadium Club break after this concludes, but we're pretty much flying through this. My bullet points now kind of takes us into uh, Zion and basketball. My gosh, basketball, basketball, basketball. Let's check out the who's playing tonight. Zion. Zion dropped what 29 points on the Lakers. I mean, he's force underneath. I mean, that's pretty much how they're playing him now. So kind of tie into basketball. It's just hot right now. Hottest sports right now with Tani coming back. Glaber's hot right now. So many players are hot right now in the sports industry. Even the soccer. We got a soccer pack. I'm trying to do other sports, and there's a guy, Leyland, from I think he's a German or something like that. He's selling for crazy money. It's just like the Otani, the Zion chase is, like I said, absolutely crazy. I've never seen anyone like that. Zion's actually at home tonight against the Cavaliers, so kind of go into that. So he plays in about 2 hours. His tip off on that. So, but Optic just came out. I got to see the next basketball product coming out. Hold on, real quick. And then after this is AEW Revolution. And we're gonna start covering fight stuff. AEW only. I don't do WWE really, so we're gonna really be something different because AEW I think is more of a grown up. I don't know. It's more nostalgia for me. But yeah, pretty much that's pretty much what we're gonna cover. Big UFC fights and boxing. So let me just pull up the Zion products coming out for basketball. Basketballs. I can't find any in retail right now. I went to go get a pack. I pulled a Zion for a Lucas Silver for myself last year. But it's just like crazy how hard it is to get. If you guys can contest or tell me your stories. Anyone got a good story of finding anywhere? Because I've never seen basketball this hot. I mean, Luca had a really good year last year, and his stuff is not flying yet. I mean, I still have. I'm gonna post up our personal boxes. I still have a couple boxes of hoops. I have some. What do you call it? Limited and what's the other one? Crown Royale. So I have a couple of cool boxes. I'm checking the release dates to see what the next basketball to kind of tie it together. But Jaws, another one balling out from Murray State. They're just, like I said, putting up some points. Even like Tyler Hero, I love, like I said, from really good basketball schools that always sell. I was talking to a friend from Kentucky. It's just crazy how Kentucky basketball and Duke basketball sells. So the next one is going to be Panini Select. I already know first off the line went for about $4.30 right away. So we'll see. How much are they going for already? Let's see. It's Noor and Select are the next two. Court Kings coming in April. So I think that's a retail. Select, like I said, is a higher end. So that's pretty much what's looking like for basketball. We're trying to bring in some optic and do some mixers and stuff like that because basketball's been crazy. But like I said, I'm trying to check the price point on Select right now so you guys can kind of get ready. Where is the price point? Let's see, Select basketball. We're also got for baseball coming out Donruss. Donruss comes out on Wednesday. I believe that's at 85 bucks a box. I'll have a full 16 box case. We'll do 8 box half case on post it up Monday or Sunday. But I think that's the only thing coming out for baseball this coming up week. So let me just check the price on Select. If anyone's interested online, I don't think I'll be getting too much. I don't think I'll get any really. Basketball, we'll start getting a little bit of basketball here and there. So you're looking at $4.50 a box of Select right now. If anyone, like I said, is pre-selling it anywhere or whatever. So, and that is with 3 hits, autographs, or memorabilia. So you get 12 prisms per box on that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for basketball. Not too much coming out. We'll kind of poke at Optic and Prism are the hottest things right now in basketball. So Zion, like I said, is absolutely crazy hot right now. But yeah, like I said, the next thing up, we don't really have much more to cover. I wanted to do a quick little test. Like I said, we'll do a giveaway next week. We'll have you guys, like I said, you guys can actually watch this back. But I think this is a really cool way to start this, especially with the charity and stuff like that. So, but the next thing we're going to cover is AEW. What I might do is try to get a. Let's try to do this. Let's try to switch this over so you guys can see what I'm actually talking about too. It's way too big. Let's try to try to resize this a little bit. All right, there you go. It looks a little cool. I like doing this. Well, I like being a DJ sometimes. Whoops. All right, I'll have to readjust this when we do a break tonight. So I threw it all off. But yeah, Revolution. We'll talk about that next. I'm going to start pulling it together. I want to do some fight stuff. I wanted to do the Wilder slash, what do you call it? I want to do the Wilder Fury. So when there's a big MMA boxing fight, we'll also do the same thing. I'm actually going to Double or Nothing for AEW. So we'll talk about that now. Like I said, wrestling is one of my first loves when I was a kid. AEW is going to have some cards. As you guys see, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega on the left. The guy in the middles, as you guys see, Cody Rhodes is the general manager. He's a wrestler, though, at the same time. He's actually the son of Dusty Rhodes, if you guys remember. The American Dream, the Natural. You guys remember him back in the day? Dusty Rhodes, pretty cool. He had the polka dot black and yellow suit, singlet, pretty much. He was, like I said, one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. I actually had his toy, so it's nostalgia. Like I said, I'm gonna start getting, try to get some toys and stuff like that autographed. Try to give away some cool stuff. Got to get some kids back into wrestling. The one thing to warn people about this, if you do have little kids for AEW, it is a little bit borderline. There's blood, there's swearing. I mean, they do try to block some of it out, but it is kind of for the big boys. So you guys got that kind of MMA feel. It's kind of cool because it actually does feel like a real fight. I know it's scripted, obviously, but kind of lead in, like I said, to cover AEW. But this is the hottest league right now. Pretty much started last year, early in like April or May. Now it's signed for 3 years with TNT every Wednesday. They do a YouTube special of the dark, the non-televised wrestling events. So I think it's really cool. I think, like I said, Tops does WWE, which is really big. They actually did about 3 hours of WWE. And I think AEW is actually hotter and better than WWE right now. So I'm trying to bring in some other guys. I know low-key, some guys have messaged me like, hey, man, what do you think about AEW? So talking about it right now, Chris Jericho has been one of my favorite wrestlers since I was a tyke. I'm Canadian. My dad is from Canada, so I love Canada. It's either you're a baseball, hockey, or wrestling fan pretty much. How we're built. I wrestled in high school. I just love, top rope jumps. We used to do backyard wrestling all the time on trampolines. We had fake belts, hardcore matches, hurt each other and stuff. So just to kind of lead in kind of my love for wrestling. It just, as you guys see with baseball, how it was, with the scandal and like that, it was almost like baseball was almost scripted this year. So I know wrestling. At the same time, the good thing about AEW, what they've been releasing right now, is a lot of their stuff is like how I do it, bullet points. You just have like 3 things, what you're going to talk about, and just go off cuff, That's WWE is all scripted. They literally hand them a piece of paper of what they have to say now in WWE because the kids, they were saying too many things that wasn't, FE, whatever, the FCC or whatever it is. They're getting a lot of blowback from parents. They didn't like how the direction was going. But AEW, the best thing about that is it's clean. They can come up with whatever they can. So there's a lot of leeway for the actors, the performers, which is really, really cool. So I mean, it's the biggest thing. If you guys remember back in the day, any of my wrestling fans, if you guys remember NWO, Hulk Hogan, when he turned bad guy, you guys know Hulk Hogan, even casual fans, if you guys are trying. I'll try to get some casual fans back into wrestling. Come on, guys, get into it. But if you guys remember, I know casual fans were watching wrestling when NWO, The Rock came up, the Attitude Era, it was swearing, blood. It was just like gritty how real life would be if you're fighting. I know it's corny. I mean, life is boring, though. You need something to enjoy. I mean, baseball, I love baseball, but I just need something else to watch. I love MMA. I love boxing. It's kind of the feel. I mean, my brain just goes numb and I watch, wrestling or MMA or something like that. It's just fun. Like I said, people talk crap on the scripted stuff, but at the same time, these guys are putting their life on the line. There's guys that die, paralyzed, I mean, they're getting dropped on their neck, their head. You see half the guys are cupping. I actually cup myself because scoliosis and all that. But Kenny Omega, the guy on the left right there with his hands out, he cups almost every 2 days because his body is shot already from the years and years of wrestling. So, but like I said, the biggest one, we'll cover the matches real quick. This is the biggest thing right now. Like I said, the biggest matches right now off the top of my head. We'll start with, like I said, the go off the card right now. Let me pull it up. They just added a couple of matches. I love Orange Cassidy. He's a guy who just acts like he's lazy all the time. Sunglasses, Canadian suit, Canadian tuxedo we call it, with the all denim look. He just acts lazy. You know, he does the kicks. A lot of people don't like him, but he gets the biggest ovation because then when he someone breaks his glasses or something, it's kind of just a corny story, but it works. It works really well. So he can really extremely wrestle too. If you guys know, like a Canadian destroyer, it's that flip pile driver move. Kind of they do a somersault in the air. He's gonna bust that out of nowhere. I'm telling you, if he ends the match that way, the crowd is gonna go ballistic because this is a guy that doesn't do any moves. He sits with the hands in the pocket throughout the whole match. So we'll kind of go off the bottom. There's only 8 matches, so we'll do all the matches real quick since it's going to be a really fun one. We'll do this with UFC and boxing too when it gets each week, each time we do this. So I thought it was a cool tie-in. It's not just all baseball. So like I said, definitely share my stuff. I'm going to come up with cool stuff. I'm going to try to get in touch with stuff. My buddy I went to school with actually does a wrestling podcast and toys and stuff. So with the nonprofit and stuff, try to get Kenny Omega or something on here with me or something. I'm going to Double or Nothing, so we'll see, or Chris Jericho or one of the big guys. But we got Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, against Darby Allin. If you guys know, so it's Darby on the poster. Darby is the half. He's slender like me. He's about 160 pounds, but he has a skateboard. Comes out, gothic. He's a stunt double pretty much. He does a lot of stunt stuff. He just loves just doing different stuff. If you guys go look at his stuff, Darby Allin. A lot of these guys come from indie small events. Half the guys are from New Japan, TNA, WWE, and all that. So they're not just all WWE guys. Darby Allin came from all the independent leagues and stuff like that. So like I said, he incorporates the skateboard, rides the skateboard down to the ring. I mean, it's so cool for kids. I was a skateboarder when I was a kid and stuff like that. So I still I like it. And being smaller too, the biggest thing about AEW, they have guys that look like me wrestling, which is extremely cool with, you know, Bully Suck and stuff like that, because there's a guy called Marco Stunt, if you guys know, for Dragon Express. Luke Perry, what's his name? Luke Perry's son, Jack Perry, is actually a part of that group. He's on AEW. So it's Luke Perry's son. Pretty some big names into this event. So but Marco Stunt is only 120 pounds at that. He's like maybe 110 pounds. So it just goes to show you anyone can do it. But Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, like I said, that's the whole, they're doing the end of the feud where he got his neck. He put the skateboard under Darby Allin's neck and pushed down and did something to his throat, you know, smashing his throat with the, what do you call it, skateboard. So there's been a whole thing. Darby hasn't talked in 2-3 weeks, playing it off. He might be injured. I haven't seen him do any matches. He's been flying around, and his finisher is just a blind drop from the back. So pretty dangerous. I know he's not going to have a long career in wrestling. He'd probably only wrestle 5 years the way he throws around his body. But I see Darby Allin winning that one. Then next up, let's see. I got all the names. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let me get all the. This is not the right card. It's not updated. Like I said, Orange Cassidy will cover next. Like I said, I love Orange Cassidy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. All right. Let's update it. We got the kickoff show. Well, I actually went too far up. The kickoff show is Evil Uno and Grayson versus Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. So the Dark Order versus Southern Cal Uncensored. So that'll be a cool, you guys know, if you guys have been watching, Dark Order has been kind of playing out that they have an evil leader coming, and the leader of SoCal Uncensored might be rumored into being a part of that, or, you know, selling out to be that. So rumor is Matt Hardy, or another big guy, if you guys remember from WWE, Luke Harper actually signed with AEW, so he might be one. Matt Hardy has been a rumor. Even Kenny Omega has been a rumor to be the Exalted One, they call him. It's kind of a cool angle. They're basically saying, if your life sucks, come and join us. It's a dark order, kind of a cult. So it was lame at first, but it actually kind of grew into something cool. They're kind of slow playing a little bit, so it sounds extremely corny, but it's really cool. Like I said, just like the storylines are actually a lot better than WWE. They're kind of realistic in a sense. I mean, those are obviously corny. You still got to do your corny stuff. So it's wrestling. Wrestling's always going to be corny. So, but the realism is there. Pac, like I said, Omega put on a awesome match. I see the Dark Order winning and something weird happening. They got to do something with the storyline. Don't know, so we'll see. But the next match, they announce Orange Cassidy, like I said, the lazy Cassidy, or freshly squeezed. He will be in action for the first time in a major pay-per-view. Well, he's actually going to be unleashed. Like I said, he throws the lazy hands in pockets. Oh, he says his hands in pockets. He's just his character is like a lazy man, and once he snaps, and he goes. So he can do flips. So they're going to put on a really athletic match. I think that is actually going to be the match of the night. Pac versus Orange Cassidy, low key. It's going to be funny. There's comic relief in it. I know some people don't like Orange Cassidy because it's a really gimmicky, really corny, but it's funny. It is hilarious. Him and what's his name? Janela. What's his name? Yeah, Janela. They did a really cool. He was Janela was Tangerine. Orange Tangerine. So it was really cool. They did both slow chops. It was just I like the comedic stuff. So, but then like I said, we get back into it. I think Orange Cassidy is gonna win somehow in that. Like I said, he's probably the biggest wrestler right now for fan base. I would say Orange Cassidy's probably easily the pop he gets. The crowd. I mean, that's pretty much all you see in wrestling. And who has the biggest pop? I mean, some of the heels are getting some big pops. Bad guys. We'll cover that in a second. We'll talk about the bad guys getting some stuff. But going on, like I said, I got Orange Cassidy in that one. Like I said, stealing the show. I predict him hitting a massive Canadian Destroyer or something. He does a really cool DDT from the second rope. He just flies around. He's already flown around with his hands in his pocket, but he hasn't really unleashed what he can really do. So he was champion for almost a year in the independent league. So he's no joke. Like I said, a lot of guys sleeping on him and making fun of him. Nah, man. So then we get a WWE matchup pretty much. Jake Hager, if you guys remember, he was Jack Swagger from WWE. He won the WWE Championship, the WCW belt, the heavyweight championship, but he actually got it taken away because he smoked weed and had something happen in WWE and then kind of went in his own way. But he is now working with Jericho. He's Jericho's muscle pretty much in the inner circle. He takes on Dustin Rhodes, if you guys remember Gold Dust back in the day. You guys remember that? Gold Dust. He's another kid of Dusty Rhodes. He looks pretty much just like his dad, Dusty Rhodes. So the natural Dustin Rhodes takes on Jack Hager for the first time. So it's pretty much Gold Dust versus Jack Swagger in this matchup. So it's going to be fun, kind of a throwback. Two big guys. They're about 6'6" each. So monsters. They'll go at it, beat the crap out of each other. I don't know who's going to win. I would think Jake would win. He's dominated in MMA already. He's actually a really good fighter. He's actually fought for real and stuff like that. So I really see Dustin taking actually some pounding just to make it look pretty legit. So I see Hager actually winning this with his debut. So I think that's a cool matchup though. Like I said, you guys all know him. And then the next one, the big one, we finally get to see MJF versus Cody Rhodes. If you guys know from like 5-6 months ago, MJF costed Cody the belt. And Cody said if he did not beat Chris Jericho, he would never, ever challenge for the title ever again. So MJF, like I said, double-crossed him and threw in the towel during that match. And then after the match, shaking his hand, gave him a low blow. He's probably the best heel ever. Recently, MJF is definitely probably the best bad guy in wrestling right now. The best good guy in wrestling right now, I'd say, is Kenny Omega, too. I mean, AEW is super hot right now. But I'm really excited about MJF versus Cody. Cody already did the big jump off the top of the cage against Wardlow to get this match. So it's going to be really, really cool. I love the build up on this. People were talking crap about AEW not doing any storylines, but as I'm talking, there's been storylines. And it's wrestling, like I said, it's just fun. So you're going to see a bloody match, Cody versus MJF. I don't know who's going to win this. Cody should win, but I see MJF winning dirty because he's a bad guy. Something happening and this continuing on for the next couple of months, next couple of events, going into Double or Nothing. So And then we get into the championship. There's 3 championship matches. So we got Kenny Omega and Hangman versus the Young Bucks. This one's really personal. They're the Elite. If you guys follow wrestling at all, these guys are pioneers in wrestling. They're doing their own thing. The Elite. They film their own YouTube show every single week. They do stuff on the road. Just really, really cool. Kenny Omega. All these guys were really, really big together and friends in Japan. So this is kind of funny because they're all friends and they're in the same group, the Elite, and they're versing each other. So Kenny Omega and Hangman versus the Young Bucks. That's the Elite, and they're versing each other. So I see Hangman and Omega splitting up soon. Hangman either going to a bad guy because they're playing him as a drinker and not caring. They're making him look like an alcoholic and not caring about his friends right now with the Elite. Not really teaming well with Kenny and the Young Bucks. So now you see the breakup kind of happening with the storyline. So I see Kenny actually becoming a bad guy. He's a better bad guy than he is a good guy. He has that Terminator. If you hear dun, 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 you know, that Terminator. He's the biggest thing in Japan. And Hangman's super big right now. He reminds me of a Bradshaw, a more nimble Bradshaw. He reminds me of Bradshaw meets like AJ Styles a little bit. His style a little bit. So it's really, really, it works with him and Omega and the Young Bucks together. So this match is going to be really, really fun. It's just how they're going to write it, how they're going to put it for us fans, and you know. So I'm really hoping Kenny Omega goes back to his bad guy cleaner ways and starts dominating. He's already getting on a big win streak, especially over that Iron Man match. So I see the Young Bucks taking the championship. I really do. And one of these guys going bad on Hangman or Omega. And like I said, they're both super big right now. Probably the two, probably top 5 with Omega, Hangman right now. It's crazy. Hangman's actually bigger than Kenny. Just because the beer, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always has a beer in his hand, chugging it, and then he does the buckshot lariat. He does the clothesline from hell, just like Bradshaw did. So, and then we got a big match with girls. We got the AEW Women's World Championship. There's only 3 titles right now, so all titles are on the line for this. We got Nyla Rhodes, a native beast. She's a big girl. All these girls are big. She's going against Chris Statlander. Like I said, really big girls that can do some damage. So you're going to see a really competitive match. I know a lot of people don't like girl matches, but women matches, but these girls are bigger than most guys on the roster. So you're going to see them beat the crap out of each other. There might even be a table. So that one's going to be fun. I see Chris actually winning this just because Nyla is not really getting over too much with the fans. So that's my prediction on that. She's very well liked. The reason she didn't get the title yet is because she had a indie show when she was scheduled to do the first fight for the title. Then they had her lose because of interference by the Nightmare Collective or whatever. So Cody Rhodes' base, for whatever reason, they had her lose. I think they're saving it for now. And then we're getting into the big one, the championship. The main event of the evening is, as you guys know, John Moxley. He was Dean Ambrose in WWE. As you guys know, big time, The Shield, one of the biggest wrestlers in WWE of all time. He has gone back to his ways of indie wrestling, very unscripted, just beating the crap out of people, you know, kind of Stone Cold coming out of he's the closest thing that we have of Stone Cold right now. I mean, Hangman, but Hangman with the beer, yeah, but John Moxley, just how he comes out, he has an eye patch now, looking like Snake from Metal Gear Solid. So it's kind of cool how they built him up to get away from the WWE, you know, all of that. So, and then we got Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, Y2J, whatever you know him as. He has reinvented himself 1,000 times. He's what, 49, 48, still putting on A+ matches. He's like killing it, Chris Jericho. As you guys remember him, the Lion Tamer back in the day, one of my favorite wrestlers in WCW. He had the list of 1,000 moves. He's just super funny, you know. The time that he was wrestling Big Show and doing some stuff, someone in the crowd was like, "Go back to Toronto." Turns around and says, "I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot." You know, I just love how he plays the crowd, how he talks. You know, he talked crap about Mahomes to the Kansas City Chief fans, the cheap pop. Like he just knows how to play the crowd. But the biggest thing with Jericho right now, he's probably the biggest wrestler and draw in the world right now for wrestling. But he's a bad guy. He's actually doing what only a few others have done. Hulk Hogan and others. He's a bad guy, and he has the whole arena on their feet singing his song from Fozzy, which sounds like Ozzy, but he has a whole arena on his feet singing. Like, how crazy is that as a good guy? As a bad guy, you have the arena singing your song every single time, full blast. I can't say enough. I've never seen crowds this animated and pumped for shows. If you guys watch, if you don't believe me, watch Wednesday's TNT event. They're not telling them to scream, do anything. These are people just doing it on their own. That's how big this company is right now. Vegas has sold out already. It's just huge, like I said. So it's just crazy that a bad guy, like I said, the only guy I remember back in the day was Hulk Hogan to be able to do that, where he actually got cheered against The Rock, if you guys remember, in Toronto Skydome. He was supposed to be the bad guy going to the match. The Rock was a good guy, and The Rock got booed, and Hulk Hogan got cheered. That's how the Jericho thing is. So you're gonna see Jericho get cheered, and everyone singing his song on Saturday night. So, but I do see him dropping the title, or maybe not. I could see maybe Kenny Omega getting involved in the championship. He needs to get a title. Um, I don't know what's gonna go on. I see them having a triple threat or a quad 4 or 5 big time event, maybe even a ladder match for the title. Get some more guys involved that have a ton of talent. So, but he could drop the belt. We don't know, but just the biggest thing that he's so over right now. It's awesome. So, but that's it. Like I said, that's the event. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of unpredictable stuff going on. I see Jericho winning though, like I said, and them setting up a bigger event with Omega and maybe MJF or Cody, something like that. With the belt hanging from the top or something like that for the next Double or Nothing or something, since they'll get a little bit more views with the storylines going on. But yeah, like I said, that's it. Baseball cards. We'll start doing some football stuff too when the draft gets a little closer, but mainly baseball and a couple other things right now. So, but that is it. So, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in for our first ever episode. We'll do this every week, probably about Wednesday. I'll start doing this with new releases and stuff like that. If there's UFC fights, we'll cover. Just kind of a cool, different thing. I like to kind of show my emotion stuff that I like, get people fired up for stuff. So if you look for something to do, Saturday night, Revolution, baseball, stuff like that. Zion tonight, trying to drop all the sports events going on right now. So, like I said, thank you guys. I'll have some giveaways up for you guys. Join my parties and stuff like that. For baseball cards, I'll have some AEW. I'm hoping they bring out a release of Topps. I heard something about Topps or Panini getting AEW. I have not heard specifics yet. So we'll try to do some collectibles with all this stuff too, with MMA and boxing as well. Try to get some Fury stuff in. Fury actually was in WWE for a little bit, so he actually got a contract fight with Brock Lesnar. If you guys, or not Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. They're trying to do a Brock Lesnar Fury thing as they did with Mayweather and Tyson before. So we'll see. We'll see who beats him to it. We'll see if AEW gets any big MMA or what do you call it, boxing guys. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, we'll cover boxing and UFC coming up. Every single fight, big thing right now. This is going to be on Fight and Bleacher Report, this event. If you guys are looking for Saturday night for something to order, every big fight is on there, ESPN Plus. So, but check it out. I'll be back, like I said, for tons of breaks and fun stuff. Like I said, we'll have some cool videos. Try to get one of these wrestlers to sit down with me and wear my shirt. Like I said, especially with that's what wrestling and fighting is. Half these guys bullies or get bullied, their whole life. Wrestling is a bully versus a good guy. So that's what wrestling is. So fits perfect with what we're doing. I love, like I said, fighting and, like I said, defending yourself, knowing how to defend yourself and all that. Like I said, I come from a family of black belts, so always known how to scrap and always be wrestling. I always threw my dad or friends into either the sharpshooter or the walls of Jericho. I actually saw Greg just posted something, or someone did. If you had a brother and you didn't put your brother in the walls of Jericho, did you even have a childhood? So, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, our Cobra Clutch, if you guys remember, or the Hulk Hogan leg drop. Just depends on what era you came from. So, but yeah, check it out. Like I said, I got some cool breaks. Let me spin this around so you guys can see what I got going for breaks up. Join our group. Search Desert Sports Cards. We'll be live. I got a break already full for tonight, I believe. I'm going to have to redo all this. I moved stuff around a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, I got the breaks up. We're going to do Stadium Club on Desert Sports Cards, or NBCC already got that full. Then Mixer in the back. It's cool archives, baseball, high tech, And Series 1, that full mixer in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 box mixer. I got that Bowman Chrome and Pro Debut almost full. We got just mini left on that. And then I got, as I said, that other mixer on the right, Elite, Draft, and Best. I'll have more Heritage up for Monday. Monday is going to be break day for Heritage. Got delayed a little bit with the warehouse being closed. But that's pretty much it. And then the Series 1 only has 9 spots left. So check it out. Gonna have some cool giveaways. Like I said, you guys, ultimate stuff. So value for stuff. I'll have some cool. I'm gonna try to go to some practices this week for baseball. Try to get some autographs to give away for the foundation and stuff like that. So a little bit extra stuff. So if you guys know anyone in wrestling or fighting that wants to help us out, like I said, I want to help sponsor and get this going, especially help the kids. And I just want to get something going myself where I'm training and helping kids learn how to defend themselves too, because that was a big thing for me. I got beat up with bullying and stuff like that. So learning how to defend yourself is key. And, jiu-jitsu, I think, is number one, Muay Thai and all that. So definitely something I want to implement and help kids, at least learn how to defend themselves at a seminar so that we can host, or, with a big MMA guy and stuff like that. I've trained with some really good guys. And like I said, my dad has 2 or 3 black belts already, 3rd degree. So I've always, like I said, known growing up how to defend myself. It's just, like I said, everyone should know that. So like I said, if you guys, like I said, know anyone, or like I said, just jump on board. We're going to do this every week. Like I said, fun stuff with MMA and UFC too, and boxing. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys on Facebook. Like I said, join our groups. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great night.